We have a major New York Yankees trade update as the Yankees have reportedly kicked tires on a trade for Yoan Moncada from the Chicago White Sox. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, this trade is now off. We're going to be talking about all the reasons that happened with this trade, everything as to why this is off, and if the Yankees should re-engage with the Chicago White Sox and Yoan Moncada here in this video. Before we get into it, though, we know 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot for all of your New York Yankees news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button, join us here on the channel. We're covering everything New York Yankees. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with the first screenshot, really kind of breaking down the start of this trade and as to what happened going forward with it. That's why the Athlon Sports report that the team recently kicked tires on former White Sox star Yoan Moncada. Makes a lot of sense. If healthy, his left-handed bat, also with switch hitting bat, I think they should point that out, will play perfect with the short porch in right field at Yankees Stadium. Now, going further into this, the problem with Moncada is that he just doesn't play healthy enough. The injuries limited him to just 12 games a season ago, but New York reportedly requested medical information from the Chicago White Sox this offseason, but were turned off by what they saw and then reportedly disengaged in conversation. Now, when you're looking at a guy like Yoan Moncada, switch hitting, third baseman, second baseman, shortstop, could play really anywhere on the infield, he was a very, very up-and-coming kind of superstar prospect type player for the Chicago White Sox, and he was one of my, favorite players in the MLB at that point, kind of like promising-wise and everything. And then looking at where he is now, of course, the injuries and everything never played into his favor and whatnot, really sucked. And, especially being a fan of him, watching him, but looking at him now, he's still not that old, still has a lot of potential, third base, whatnot, not too much on the salary. He is certainly somebody that the Yankees still should take a look at. Now, of course, the injuries, yes, are a big concern, but if you're looking at him right now, if you're looking at the way the Yankees system is really working out right now, they have no third baseman. Reportedly, and what we're looking at, it's either going to be DJ LeMahieu, it's either going to be Jazz Chisholm, whatever it may be, Oswaldo Cabrera, whatever it is. We have no confirmation yet, but whatever it may be, adding Yoan Moncada, whether or not he plays, is still an interesting idea. He adds that ability for the Yankees to be able to play him at third, short, second, also having a switch-hitting bat, having that pop, having the speed, having good fielding. And if you don't plan on getting a player anyways, why not make an effort to go and try and get him? Not that much ultimately. There still are quite a few issues that we're going to get into now in a moment here with this, but certainly seems like it's an option the Yankees should just at least look at once again and continue to try and kick some rocks on and, see how things get going. But as we move on to our next screenshot, as such, Yoan Moncada does not appear to be an option for the team. It's difficult to predict where the Yankees will turn at this juncture in the offseason. DJ LeMahieu could be an option. Oswaldo Cabrera could also receive an opportunity to seize the hot corner for himself. Neither option is overly encouraging for fans who understand the offensive void left by Soto's decision to leave Queens. To leave and head to Queens. And when we're looking at, the outcome of this team, the outcome of this trade, of course, as mentioned there, a heavy left-handed bat missing is certainly a huge thing, especially in New York when you have the short porch. And having switch hitters is a great option. Having left-handed hitters, having, right-handed hitters still fine. Great field for any hitter, but the left-handed hitters, just are so good in the stadium. Having Yoan Moncada, who has that pop, really, and not a guy that you expect to have the pop, certainly is one that you have to consider. There's no way I think that you can kind of, even though 12 games, yes, I understand that. There's no way that you can go out there and say, no, we can't look at him, we can't go out and get him, even though the injury details that the White Sox gave the Yankees were not promising. You have a great rehabilitation staff in New York. The staff in New York, and, I'm not saying the Chicago White Sox have a bad staff. They absolutely don't. No MLB team does. But when you're looking at the Yankees compared to any other team, including the Dodgers and whatnot, you have one of the best medical staffs in the MLB. You, of course, have a few more assets than many other teams. Why not try and use that on a guy like Yoan Moncada to get him healthy, put him back into this lineup, and have that opportunity on third base? It just gives the extra bit of whatever the Yankees are looking for. And if they don't plan on signing anybody, there's no downside to be able to go and get Yoan Moncada apart from holding a little bit of money that he is getting paid on your team. And even though the Yankees said they don't want to spend big, that wouldn't be spending big. That would kind of work out right into their favor. Having that ability to be able to play and having the idea of having him in this lineup certainly could be an interesting one for the New York Yankees. But when we're looking at his overall stats throughout his career, of course, the White Sox have kind of been his only spot. 8 games with Boston. But when you're looking at the White Sox, you're looking over his past few seasons, you're never seeing a 162-game season. Very rarely in the MLB do you do that, but, when you're looking over the last few, 12, 92, 100, 104, that is a pretty much 60-game minimum miss, and especially last season, pretty much the entire season. Let's call it a little under half the season in 2023. But in his time, the last 2 seasons that he did play, over those, let's just call it 100 games, he hit well. And, of course, looking at how he can work into a lineup, he has that sneaky pop, has that great fielding, is a very good contact hitter, and just being able to put anything in the field. When you're looking at his hits over the last few seasons, 84, 87, and then 11 last year, it certainly is one that shows consistency, can work into a very, very good lineup. You don't need to rely on him. You don't need to have him in every day. It just benefits him so much to be able to come to a team that, has so many assets that can work out with his injury, his history, can work into his, kind of plan of attack, and the Yankees kind of work from there. And when you're looking at it in a sense of what could be missing for the Yankees, we know it's third base. The infield sort of has that little bit of what-if kind of aspect. First, we got Paul Goldschmidt. Second, we got Volpe. Then you really have Jazz second, if you want to put him there. Maybe third. I'll see him on second, but I don't really know how he'll come out to the last season. I have zero trust in DJ LeMahieu. I don't think Oswaldo Cabrera could play in full season. So that leaves you with a void that you need to have someone else to be able to fill into this infield. And, of course, you got Yorban Vivas as well, but is he ready? Is he going to be able to, once again, even play half a season, a full season? It just leaves so many questions for the Yankees when you have an opportunity to sign a guy like Yoan Moncada trade for a guy like Yoan Moncada who is available. You would not have to pay too much for him. He don't cost too much. It really does benefit, even though the injury history is there. So I'm curious what you guys think on this. And obviously, let me know in the comments below. But does the injury history concern you enough to avoid trading for him, for not too much? If you understand what I'm saying. It's kind of a weird thing to be able to put into words, but the idea of him being on this team, not having to play every day, the injury history is there, but you don't have to play every day. It just kind of works out. It seems like it works out really, really well for the New York Yankees. So I want to know what you guys think about that. But as we do look at the depth chart for the New York Yankees, when we're looking at the infield, of course, Jazz, DJ LeMahieu currently is listed as the third base starter. And then Jazz behind him, Oswaldo Cabrera, the backup shortstop. I like the infield. Let's be honest. I think Paul's a great one. Jazz has been very good. Anthony Volpe is elite. When we're looking at DJ LeMahieu, I really don't trust him. We're looking at Jazz on third. You can do it. Then you have a hole on second base. And when you look at second base, DJ LeMahieu is the backup for there. So I do think that the Yankees need to add another infielder. I think there's no doubt about that. And at this point, it does seem like it's going to be via trade because the Yankees have said and come out multiple times that they're not going to be making any more moves. So when we're looking at it, I do think Yoan Moncada is at least a possible option. I will have another video coming soon as well about another one, Kike Hernandez, who the Yankees are looking at right now after the whole Yoan Moncada situation. So let me know anything about Yoan Moncada right now, though. I think it's something that the Yankees need to explore. The injury history is there, but I think it's too good of an opportunity to pass up when you can, get off easy with them. I do think that is the right option. So let me know anything in the comments below. But that's all I got for this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. But I'm signing up. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.